There's Pearl. There's Maze. I just wanted to be sure that you saw them before I put them in the house because they're noisy. Good morning. I had to put my dogs in. This is Barbara. Welcome. Thank you for joining me for my coffee. This is my first sip. I have this new cod liver oil that isn't horrible and doesn't scratch my throat. So I didn't have to have a coffee gulp chaser in the kitchen before I saw you. It is Monday, October 19th. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. Well, my girls are barky dogs today, so. Anyway. It is cloudy today, right now, but it feels a little bit like they're the kind of clouds that burn off. So, it might turn out to be a bright sunny day. It's only going up to 65 today. I'm wearing my Not Too Much sweater by Hinterm Stern. I always have to look that up because I always think of it as the Not Quite Enough sweater. It's not the not quite enough. It's the Not Too Much. And this is chili knits on top and cloudborne on the bottom. This is the one where I discovered that you need to put the lovely soft, even though it's nice around your neck, it stretches more than the cloudborne does. So, if it were a little cooler out here, I would need a shawl. And I thought I would wear my bright and fun fish. Because of the colors, because it's fun, cheerful fish. They're wood, painted wood. I have no idea where I got them. Likely on vacation. Is my guess, or as a gift. I don't know. Anyway, so yesterday was kind of a red letter day. I actually did what I said I was going to do. Mark your calendar. Sunday, October 18th, she did what she said she was going to do. Cleaned up the living room. Dennis ran the vacuum, but I straightened and dusted and got the big stuff off the floor so he could vacuum. So the living room looks nice. I tore back my Silberling back to before my mistake. Got it back on the needles. And I knit on it yesterday. I kind of knit most of the day. I had the TV on YouTube, and I was watching my newses, and I was watching Poirot's, and I called my dad, my parents. I ended up talking to my sister. She called me, but I ended up talking to my sister, and I had my craft night with Christy while I had a fire in my fireplace. So there. I think that's about everything I said I was going to do. I can't imagine thinking I'm going to do more than that. But I want to show you my Silberling because it's on my tiny little needle still, but I got it back to where I was before I tore it out. I was a knitting fool, so this is where I tore it back to, and this is where I am. Now, I'm actually a little bit past where I was in my podcast, if you recall. So I have to put a marker there so that I can talk about where I was, and then you know how it is on the podcast. You got to talk about stuff. So I tore it back. I just decided I'm not going to fuss around with it. I'm just going to do it. And it is actually a really easy rhythmic pattern. And there you go. Bob's your uncle. That's where I was before. So I re-knit all the yarn that I frogged. And I am back to knitting fresh yarn. And this is in my Outlaw Bohemian Sport. 45% Polworth, 45% alpaca, 10% possum. So this is going to be a warm, fuzzy sweater. So that's what I did yesterday. So yesterday was a good day. I felt good and I got a lot accomplished. And the knitting was very therapeutic. But my hand hurt when I went to bed. I knit a lot, as you could see. I knit a lot. And it's scrunched together. It's like 250 stitches now, I think. But I'm pretty sure I'm splitting for the sleeves shortly. $360 stitches. $360 stitches. On that little tiny needle. They're smushed. But I'll be splitting for the sleeves. Actually, that won't matter because I'm not knitting it from the bottom. I'm knitting it from the top. So I'm knitting the yoke and I'm not splitting for the sleeves. I'm just going to leave a hole for the sleeves. So it'll be smaller. It'll be smaller because the sleeve stitches will come off. But I could move it to a longer cord. The cord is that size for the neck, of course. But anyway, so it was quite the day. I was busy and it felt good. It felt really good. And I slept okay last night, so I feel good today. I have canceled my physical therapy for today. We have to take the dog car into the shop. So we will only have one car. I could borrow my mother-in-law's car, but I actually don't want to leave her alone for an hour and a half. Because my father-in-law might try to get up. He does that sometimes, and she needs help with that. So I canceled my physical therapy. Vicky comes tomorrow night, and so I will go back to physical therapy on Thursday, and everything will be fine and more normal, and there you go. So that's the plan. Dennis is going to drop me off, and I'm going to be there till Vicky comes tomorrow night at midnight, which means there's no vlog tomorrow. But that should be the last one I have to miss for a scheduled miss. I even washed the rugs that the dogs walk on. They've been washed before. Every time I put them down, I have to give them a little trim. We had grand plans of, like, you know, putting binding on them and whatever. That never happened. So, and then I forgot to take them in yesterday, so they're wet again. So Dennis will have to bring them in when they dry. I have one that's not so ready looking. I wish it was behind me, but it's not. But I got 2 dogs and mud season is starting. In fact, we've got some soft ground here. They're not leaving footprints yet much, but Dennis has strategically placed these plastic chairs that are on that. We have 4 of them, and 2 of them are currently sitting in the mud to change the dog's path. The dogs chase each other and they have a path that they run, and so we put obstacles in their path so that they have to change where they run, and then we move them periodically to try to keep the mud down. There are mud obstacles. So you may not believe it when I tell you, but I did sweep the deck the other day. When I told you I was going to sweep it, I did sweep it. I got to sweep it again. Oh, and I didn't forget the sugar, or the sweetener in my pumpkin stuff. It's delicious. I have 1 more serving of that. Well, maybe I'll bring that to my mother-in-law's. Because Dennis made soup last night. Oh, he made the most delicious soup, which my mother-in-law will love too. So I'm taking that for our dinner tonight. So anyway, that's what's happening. Just like thinking about just getting it done, you know. Got stuff to do. We're just getting it done. Just getting it done. So I hope all has been well. I haven't heard. Hope they had a good day yesterday. Kim and Aura and Garland. Yeah, it was good to talk to my dad. He was feeling a little under the weather. It sounded to me like he's got sort of CoronaVlog. You know, he's tired of being like locked up. That's what it sounded like. But they weren't sure because he sounded, you know, the no energy and whatever. So they gave him a corona test, a COVID test, and they took blood and they, I don't know, took an x-ray just to checking everything, and gave my mom a COVID test too, just to be sure. And they have to eat in their room. So if it's corona blues because they're, you know, they're feeling isolated, that's not going to help. Poor things. But now that Vicky's coming, I may, and my mother's birthday is the end of the month, the 26th. So I may call my brother and see if we can once again go visit. And sit on the porch before it gets too chilly. Because we're not allowed to visit inside. So, anyway, I'm thinking about that. But meanwhile, go pack, get everything organized, get ready to go. We'll drop off the car and go clean some bathrooms, maybe. I think her bathrooms need to be cleaned, so unless Kim did it. I was supposed to do it, and then we got busy doing something else, and I forgot. So I need to clean the bathrooms. I need to clean her bathroom, and I need to clean the guest bathroom, so when Vicky comes, it's not a dirty bathroom for her to clean. First thing. Oh. That would be rude. Wash her sheets, unless Kim did it yesterday, or unless Kim has stripped the bed, because Vicky's going to stay in the room Kim's been staying in. You know the drill, that kind of stuff. Get the house ready a little bit for Vicky so she doesn't walk in feeling like she has a giant job to do. So that's it. That's the plan. That's the plan for today and tomorrow, and I will be back here on Wednesday. And maybe things will start to feel a little more normal, because it didn't feel normal yesterday, because I was like doing stuff. That's not me. That's not me. You know that. So I don't know where that girl came from, but anyway, I was glad to see her. And oh, it felt so nice to have the living room clean. That's how bad it was. Anyway, I'm like, Dennis, I'm vacuuming. And he's like, I'll vacuum. I need to do it now. Okay, I'll do it now. He's a good guy. He's worried about my knee. I'm worried about my knee too. But it won't hurt me to skip a physical therapy. Just couldn't figure out the logistics. So I'm like, just skip it. So there we go. All right. I will talk to you on Wednesday. So take good care of yourself while I'm gone. And I hope you're all healthy. Please take care of yourself. Stay safe and stay sane.